Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. Hi, I'm Linda Watson-Call. Welcome to this week's episode of Dragonfly Soup. I hope you're enjoying these episodes as much as I enjoy creating them. Please show your support of this program by clicking the link below. Any contribution to this series will be greatly appreciated. Many people define success as making a lot of money and having nice things like a big house, fancy clothes, a new car. Other people say success is being famous, as in a sports figure or an entertainer. I think success is being able to do what you like to do, no matter what career or profession you choose. Success is also being able to make a difference or doing something that changes your community or the world for the better. Most of the time, these people who try to make a difference go unnoticed, but their results, what they contribute to the world, do not. James Goodall is known for her work with the chimpanzees. As a child, she had the goal of spending time with animals in the wild. She was in her early 20s when she went to Africa and began her career observing chimpanzees in their natural environment. She was instrumental in increasing our knowledge of how animals think. She discovered that chimpanzees could make tools. Up until this time, making tools was thought to be something that only humans could do. Goodall set up the Jane Goodall Institute, which promotes initiatives to look after the chimpanzees and their environment. She has become increasingly instrumental in spreading awareness about the changing environment and the effects that it has on the environment. Goodall's work has had an effect on everyone, from gaining a better understanding of how animals think to ways to slow down changing climate. Successful? I would think so. That brings me to a tool that we use every day, several times a day. This tool is bringing Dragonfly Soup to you at this very moment, the World Wide Web. Now, several people try to claim the title of the inventor of the World Wide Web, but they didn't do it. That title belongs to Tim Berners-Lee. Never heard of him? Probably not. Berners-Lee worked for a printing firm, and part of his job was to share information with researchers in different parts of the world. This was quite a daunting task in the 1980s. Now, to be fair, there was an internet of sorts developed in the 1960s that could transfer data between computers, but nothing that would do the things that the World Wide Web is capable of doing. Then, in 1990, Berners-Web partnered with Robert Scala and produced the first version of the web browser and a web server. It was his idea of creating a way that the computer system would recognize a web address, a URL, and know where it was located, and be able to take the text written in HTML and display it on a screen anywhere in the world. Tim Berners-Lee speaks up for the freedom of information and net neutrality. He states that governments should not be involved in censorship of the internet. He was one of the first recipients of the Mikhail Gorbachev Award for The Man Who Changed the World in 2011. Now, just as an aside, he's not rich. For years, he's driven an old Volkswagen Beetle. He, however, is extremely satisfied with his life and how he has contributed to the world. Have you ever heard of Frank Willis? No, he's not a baseball player, but what he did changed history. Willis was a security guard in an office building in Washington, D.C. Willis knew his job, and he did it well. Now, you might be thinking, security guard? Did he stop a robbery or something like that? Well, in a sense, he did. Willis was doing his nightly security checks when he noticed tape over a lock on a basement door. Now, he thought somebody had left it there accidentally. Meetings are going on, and it would be easier to tape the door open than rather disrupt a meeting to open the door for someone who is arriving late. But the next day, he found tape again in exactly the same place, on the same door. This time, he called the police. The rest, you can say, changed history. President Nixon resigned because of his involvement in the cover-up of the Watergate break-in. A man doing his job changed history by doing what we've all been told to do. If you see something wrong, report it. Now, you might say, that's all fine and well for adults. I'm still in school, and I guess this is stuff that can wait till I get older. Oh no. In the school district that I'm in, there are many students doing things that impact the lives of everyone around them. From food drives to collecting bottles to mentoring, the possibilities are endless. Katie Stagliano was in the 3rd grade when she started feeding the homeless. She had received a cabbage seedling from Bonnie Plant's 3rd grade cabbage program. She planted it, watered it, and tended to it. It turned out that the cabbage she grew weighed 40 pounds. She donated it to a local charity, and that cabbage served 275 people. Well, that changed her life forever. She started Katie Crops in her backyard with the intention of raising vegetables to feed the hungry. That was in 2008. Her garden is still in existence today. I've included the link below. And she has inspired people to start over 100 gardens in 30 different states. They all decided to follow her lead and feed less fortunate people. Is she rich? Is she famous? Does it really matter? Most importantly, she is a role model for young people, showing them how each one of us can and should make a difference in our community. William James, an American philosopher and psychologist, put it this way: act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. Young, old, rich, poor, we can all do something that has a positive impact on the lives of those around us. Think about redefining your definition of success. Then decide on a way that you can make a difference. Share your plan in the comments below or send me a message. Be sure to click like for this week's program, and while you're at it, share it with your friends. You might want to also check out our gift shop, where you can purchase items like Dragonfly Soup t-shirts, hoodies, or other gift items. The link is below. And I'll see you next week, right here on Dragonfly Soup. Here's to our transformation and our best year ever.